So just the other day, I got to meet up with Gabrielle Gutierrez, who is a country singer, which her new album, Love Gabrielle, just came out, and y'all need to give that album a listen. It is an amazing album and is a tearjerker, which the one tearjerker that we're gonna be shooting is called Do You Remember Me Too? For those who are going through a breakup, you will be able to relate with this song. Which is funny because like actually I contacted her, and that's actually the one I was pitching to her that I would love to make a music video for. And when I contacted her, she replied back, "Thank you so much for liking the one song that meant the most to me," which I can tell because when you listen to a whole album, you'll hear that Do You Remember Me Too was the one that she gave her all vocally, and you could feel the emotion in her voice through it too. But yeah, the other day we went to location scouting for the music video, and I was driving up to her home, and the situation was I missed it, so I made a U-turn to go back. And when I arrived at the address, you know how Google Maps can be funny sometimes. When I arrived at the address, and the situation is, I think I'm here, but I don't know if I'm at the right house. I mean, I'm at the right location, but there's two houses, and I didn't know which one it was. So I was like, where do I park? So I ended up parking in the middle between both of the houses, and so I gave her a call real quick. So ring ring, I gave her a call. Oh crap, she didn't answer. Answer machine. I left her answer on the answer machine, and then when I hung with the phone, I got a message on Facebook Messenger, which I was her saying that, okay, I'll be right out. But it turns out I was at the right place anyway. We're gonna be doing some location scouting for her new music video. Do You Remember Me? There it is! Oh! So she took me downstairs to her room, and when I saw her room, I was like, whoa, this is an amazing place to do a music video. The ceiling was full of lights. There's guitars hanging on the right. There was a record player on the left corner, and there was on the corner. I thought they looked like I thought they were VHS tapes, but they look like books. She's a heavy book reader and heavy in the Apple. Most of the video is based inside the house. So I decided, how about we go location scouting first, and then we can talk about what we're gonna do in the house last. So she said we were leaving the house, and she said her goodbyes to her boyfriend. Then we took a drive, and the first location was the railroad tracks, which one shot is gonna be of a memory. And so she's looking at the photo that's of her being on the railroad tracks with her ex. So we zoom into the photo, and then boom, it's a memory of them being on the railroad tracks. And I was thinking, like, which place could we go to that's like a railroad track, but you know, we don't get hit. So you know what I mean? So she took us there, and that was actually the exact spot where her and her ex actually took their photos at. We stood out there for a minute to understand like how cold it's gonna be, so she can understand like what to wear in the video in that exact location. But the situation was, it was a nice day, but the reason why it was so cold is because the river was on the side. So then we turned around, all of a sudden we heard a train coming, and all of a sudden we had to get out the track and walk on the side. So see, every time I shoot a video, there's always something going on the outside. So we were walking back, and then all of a sudden there was a hunter. So he came over and said hi. I said, oh, so you guys doing like a Instagram or something? We were like, no, we're location scouting for a music video. And so he was telling us about Dead Man's Hollow, and you shoot like a country music video or any type of music video in general. And I was telling Gabriel, like, you struck a gold mine right here. This location is like booming. So he was telling me about the history behind Dead Man's Hollow. So adventure video maybe. Anyways, so right after that, there's a scene where she's gonna be driving in her truck. The thing is, the beauty about this location, we're gonna be shooting a lot of the driving scenes. A lot of times when you're driving on the roads there's not really that many people on the road in general, which you probably know why. But yeah, we got that done, and then after that, we're trying to figure out a location of. There's supposed to be we want to do a scene where the boyfriend and girlfriend are arguing. The boyfriend is a jealous type of guy, What we wanted was a scene where she's hanging out with her friends and then she's talking to one of the guy friends, just a random guy friend, and the boyfriend gets jealous. Let me talk to you for a second. And so the ex-boyfriend takes her away and then they get into an argument. So we were trying to figure out a spot where to shoot that one scene. Like, a lot of the stuff that we're doing is all of the things that she did in her past. Like, when she wanted to hang out, all her friends, all they did was have a drive and have fun, or walk on railroad tracks or bonfires. And she took me away in the backwoods behind her house, and there's like a bunch of different like spots. So we found a location to do the fire pit scene. Then after that, we want to do the front door scene, which is at her front porch, which is actually where her and her ex actually met. So there's this app that I actually YC Imaging was talking about, which it's an app that was for iPhones. But the thing is, like, I have a Droid. I switched to Droid, which I don't hate Androids, but I'm kind of regretting it now because it sucks. Like, so many applications that you can use in the creative field, they're all for iPhones, but there's barely any for Androids, which blows my freaking mind, because like after how many years you figured they would do something by now, but no. But anyways, it's called Magical Universal Viewer. So you can take the shot, shoot on here, then when you're on the exact day when you're shooting a music video, put it on your camera, and that way you're ready to go. So it's in other words, it's a way to plan ahead and also take notes to get ready for the day. So I took a photo of the front door and we were trying to figure out how to do the beginning. So she was telling me like how they all met. I was watching Best to Me and After. I was trying to find a film that's related to that so I could find a color scheme and mixing it with her story and putting it in the treatment board. It's gonna be like a short film / music video. I was saying, okay, how about the beginning? It could be how when you guys first met, it was like on your first date, you and your ex, at the time when they were together. It was their first date, and then he responds, I had a really good night tonight. He tells her good night. So she walks into the door. She smiles, closes the door, is about to close the door, but then he stops it and saying, you know, I really had a good night tonight, and I would love to go on another day with you. I'd love to see you again. Then she smiles and is happy, and she closes the door and smiles against the door, her back's against the door, and then she walks downstairs. But then that was the past. Then when she walks downstairs, on the bottom it will say present day. Then as she goes into it's her going to her room and putting things away that remind her of her ex and putting it into a box to say that she is letting go of the past. So that's all I'll talk about. Once the music video drops, I'll explain more about what the story was about and how I did all that. We got done with everything to do on outside, and when we came inside, I showed her the shot list that I prepared for her, and I discussed what I believe was going to be happening, which after this video I got to work on the treatment board. I was going over like the shots next to her lyrics. So what I usually do is like I put the lyrics and I put the shot list of what I want to do in each different lyrics. She was giving me more ideas and more ideas. And then that was basically, after that, the rest of the time, actually the entire day was just her like telling me her story and then us getting to know one another. So how she started in music, and then she was showing me all these different notebooks, and she was showing me like how she was on the radio. And here's another funny story. Expected to get as much popular as it is now.
Yeah, no, this song, when we were making the album, we thought that like Rainy Days or Happy and Eve were going to be one of the top ones. But then as I was watching the numbers grow, Do You Remember Me Too it's the #1 song off my album on Spotify right now.
Then she also found the person to play her ex, and she was showing me pictures of him compared to the actor compared to her actual ex. It was kind of scary because there was a really good resemblance, and he's actually a really, really chill guy. I haven't met the guy, but judging by what she was telling me, he seems like a chill guy. And she got me into vinyls. I'd never heard of vinyl in my life. Vinyls compared to MP3s, I thought there was no difference. No, there's a huge difference. I didn't know all this, but she got me into that, and now I like that. And like, Yeah, not only is she an amazing artist, but I consider her a good friend as well. Any of y'all who meet her in person or see her perform, like, she is a very, very welcoming person. Please, please give her your support. I plan on going all out for his music video because it's also like a short film. Lately, short films have been dropping, which actually, on December 4th, it's going to be the drop of Lore, which if you were to watch my last video or follow me on Facebook and Instagram, you would have saw the trailer for Lore, which was directed and written by Zane and acted by Natalie and Nick and filmed and edited by yours truly. So once again, give her album Love Gabrielle a listen. You will not be disappointed, especially if you're into Taylor Swift and country music. So Gabrielle, if you're watching this, I got one thing to say. After the music video, you're gonna have an amazing story to tell. You'll see, buddy, you'll see. But yeah, that's all for today's video. Make sure to like and subscribe. And until next time, see ya. Bye.